is 2 in the morning outside Bari, Italy. The Guardia di Finanza moves on a warehouse on the edge of the port. Headlights cut across stacked pallets. Inside, investigators find more than 2,000 metric tons of oil, industrial vats, forged certificates of origin, tankers labeled as Spanish, Tunisian, and Greek, sitting next to bottles already wearing the Italian flag on the front. Hundreds of thousands of liters of liquid that will be shipped to American grocery stores within the month, sold as premium extra virgin olive oil. This is Operation Mamma Mia. It is one of dozens of olive oil counterfeiting busts the Italian state has run in the last decade. Some of the rings have direct ties to the Camorra, the Calabrian 'Ndrangheta, and the Sicilian mafia. Italian magistrates have testified under oath that olive oil fraud generates more revenue for organized crime in some regions than the cocaine trade. But the real crime is not in that warehouse outside Bari. The real crime is already sitting on your kitchen counter. Today, the 7 methods the olive oil mafia uses to fool you. Method number 1 is how nearly every American gets fooled. Welcome back to Inflammation Nation. Today, we are exposing one of the largest, most successful, and least prosecuted food frauds in modern history. The Italian government has stated publicly that olive oil counterfeiting is a multi-billion-dollar criminal industry. A 2010 University of California Davis study tested popular extra virgin olive oils sold in American supermarkets and found that 69% failed to meet international standards for what extra virgin olive oil actually is. They were diluted, they were oxidized, they were cut with refined seed oils. Some were not olive oil at all. A 2020 report from the European Court of Auditors confirmed that organized crime has infiltrated the olive oil supply chain at multiple points, from grove to bottle. Tom Miller, the investigative journalist who wrote Extra Virginity, has documented this for over a decade. He calls it the greatest food fraud in modern Europe. The FDA has no mandatory chemical testing for olive oil quality. None. Customs does not check it at the port. Your grocery store does not check it on the shelf. The retailers do not check it before stocking it. You are on your own. So here are the 7 methods the olive oil mafia uses to fool you. Counting down. Method 7. Clear glass and plastic bottles. This one is technically legal, which is exactly why the industry loves it. Real extra virgin olive oil is chemically fragile. Sunlight and fluorescent lighting destroy its polyphenols within weeks. The Olive Center at UC Davis has demonstrated repeatedly that clear bottles under store lighting lose measurable anti-inflammatory compounds in under 30 days of shelf exposure. Counterfeit producers prefer clear bottles for one reason. By the time you taste the oil, the chemical markers a lab would use to identify a fraud are already degraded. The evidence has been destroyed before you ever open the cap. The polyphenols that should give the oil its peppery bite are gone. Any nutritionist will tell you to look for dark glass. The reason it matters is bigger than freshness. If the bottle is clear glass or plastic, walk away. Method 6. Missing or impossibly vague harvest dates. Real olive oil has a season. Olives are pressed in the autumn, almost always between October and December. The fresher the oil, the more oleocanthal, oleuropein, and hydroxytyrosol. These are the anti-inflammatory compounds the Mediterranean diet research is actually measuring. A bottle with no harvest date, or only a Best By stamp 2 years out, is hiding age. The trick the industry uses is to print the Best By date instead of the press date. Best By can sit 18 to 24 months in the future, even on oil that was pressed 3 years earlier and stored in a steel tank in Spain or Morocco. The North American Olive Oil Association has fought mandatory harvest date disclosure for years, and they have largely won. Look for an explicit harvest date on every bottle. If it does not exist, the oil is not what the label claims. Method 5. Fake country of origin. A bottle-marked product of Italy may have been bottled in Italy from olives grown anywhere in the Mediterranean basin or North Africa. Tunisian, Spanish, Moroccan, Turkish, and Greek olives arrive at Italian ports by the tanker load. They are blended, bottled, labeled with the Italian flag, and shipped to America. Operation Mamma Mia, run by the Italian Carabinieri in 2017, seized over 2,000 tons of mislabeled oil. Operation Arbequino, run jointly by Italian and Spanish authorities, broke up a ring laundering pomace and seed oil through Italian bottling plants. Italian prosecutors have repeatedly charged household name brands with origin fraud. The flag on the bottle means nothing. The phrase imported from Italy means nothing. Look for single estate, single origin, or an actual DOP or PDO designation tied to a specific Italian region. Everything else is laundering. Method 4. Blending old rancid stock with a small percentage of real oil. This is the classic move. Take a tanker of oxidized 2-year-old low-grade Lampanti oil, the lowest grade, technically unfit for human consumption. Add a small percentage of fresh extra virgin to bring up the flavor profile just enough to pass a casual taste. Add chlorophyll to fix the color. Add beta-carotene to fix the gold tones underneath. Filter it, bottle it, ship it. The result is a bottle that looks and tastes plausible to the untrained palate, but contains almost no polyphenols and offers almost none of the documented health benefits. The 2010 UC Davis study found that 69% of supermarket extra virgin failed the international standard. A 2015 follow-up from the Olive Center got similar numbers. The North American Olive Oil Association ran its own competing study and got lower failure rates, but the methodology was disputed by independent chemists. This is not a rare scam. This is the default product on American shelves. Method 3. Dilution with refined seed oils. This is where it crosses from marketing fraud into something closer to a public health crime. Investigators in Italy, Spain, and the United States have repeatedly found supermarket bottles labeled extra virgin olive oil that were cut with refined soybean oil, sunflower oil, canola oil, or refined olive pomace oil. The seed oils are cheap. They are bleached and deodorized, so they have no flavor, no color, and no smell. They mix invisibly with a small amount of real olive oil and pass a casual sensory inspection. The label still says extra virgin because labeling enforcement in the United States is essentially non-existent. You are paying $20 a bottle for what is, chemically, mostly the same refined seed oil that drives the inflammation real olive oil is supposed to fight. This is the version of the scam that hurts you the most because you think you are doing something good for your body. You are not. You are paying premium for inflammation. Method 2. The words pure, light, or pomace on the front label. These are not extra virgin olive oil. They are refined. Pure olive oil and light olive oil have been chemically processed with hexane solvents and high heat to strip out the bitter polyphenols and produce a neutral cooking fat. Pomace oil is what is left after the olives have already been pressed. It is extracted from the leftover paste with industrial solvents and then deodorized. None of these are anti-inflammatory. None of them carry the documented benefits of the Mediterranean diet research. They are neutral cooking fats with an olive oil label and a price markup. The Italian mafia did not invent this scam. The legal, regulated olive oil industry did, and it is sold on every shelf in America, right next to the counterfeits, often with marketing language designed to imply it is somehow lighter or healthier. It is not. And now, method number 1, the throat test. The one trick the counterfeit industry has never been able to fake. Real fresh extra virgin olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal, named in 2005 by researchers at the Monell Chemical Senses Center in Philadelphia. Oleocanthal triggers the TRPA1 receptor at the back of your throat. The sensation is a sharp, peppery sting that catches when you swallow a small amount of the oil neat from a spoon. That sting is, gram for gram, one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatory compounds in the human food supply. Research published in Nature in 2005 showed that oleocanthal acts on the same cyclooxygenase enzyme pathway as ibuprofen. A bottle of olive oil with no peppery throat catch has no oleocanthal. It does not matter how much it cost. It does not matter what the label promises. It does not matter what country flag is on the front. If there is no sting, there is no oleocanthal. If there is no oleocanthal, there is no real anti-inflammatory benefit. The mafia can fake every label, every certificate, every flag, every harvest date. They cannot fake the oleocanthal response in your throat. It is a chemical signature that exists or does not exist. Run the test on every bottle you own tonight. If it tastes flat, buttery, or mild, you have been scammed. That is 7 methods of the olive oil mafia. Here is what to look for when you shop. 1. Dark green glass or tin only, never clear glass or plastic. 2. An explicit harvest date printed on the bottle within the last 18 months. 3. A DOP or PDO designation, a California Olive Oil Council seal, or specific single estate sourcing tied to a named producer on the label. 4. A producer who bottled the oil at the estate, not a brand that buys in bulk and bottles through a third party. 5. The peppery throat catch when you taste it neat from a spoon. That is the test that cannot be faked. Store your bottle in a cool, dark cabinet, never next to the stove. Use it within 90 days of opening. Buy smaller bottles more often, instead of giant jugs that sit for a year. Real extra virgin olive oil, the kind the Mediterranean diet research is actually built on, is genuinely one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods on earth. The polyphenols are real. The cardiovascular protection is real. The brain protection is real. It is worth paying for. The counterfeit is worse than nothing because you are paying premium money to consume the exact refined seed oils real olive oil is supposed to replace. You are paying for inflammation while believing you are buying medicine. The mafia could not have designed a better scam if they tried, and in some cases they did design it. If this kind of investigative health journalism is useful, subscribe so you do not miss next week. We are going after the supplement industry's biggest lie, the one your multivitamin label is hiding right now. Until then, stay curious, stay skeptical.